Lord Rama has deeply impacted the culture and life values of millions of people for past millennia, and he continues to do so. He is adored for super excellent qualities of courage, compassion, beauty and righteousness. But, unfortunately, his very existence has been questioned more than that of any other god. We present here with a series of solid scientific evidences, mostly hidden up till now, that will help any sane person strengthen his faith in historic existence of Sri Ram. Evidence number 1. Anthropological research by scientists from the Estonian Biocenter and University of Delhi has revealed Ramayana to be true. This is on the basis of results of genetic studies of the tribal groups, Bhil, Kol and Gond mentioned in Ramayana. The research project was led by Dr. V. Raghavendra Rao from Department of Anthropology, Delhi University and Gayaneshwar Shobhay from Estonian Biocenter. They stated that the genetic relation of theses tribes with existing population proves Ramayana to be true. Evidence number 2. Geographical, scores of cities and towns mentioned in Ramayana can be traced on Google Map even today. Names of some of such places are Ayodhya, Chitrakoot, Prayag, Janakpur, Kishkinda and Dronagiri. Indian Railways relaunched in August 2019 a special train service called Sri Ramayana Yatra. This service takes pilgrims for a 2-week pilgrimage to various cities and sites associated with Ram. Most of these sites are located in different parts of India, and a few in neighboring countries of Nepal and Sri Lanka. Each of these places has a continuing tradition or temples commemorating Rama's visit. For instance, in Janakpur, Nepal, which Ramayana states is the place Rama's wedding took place. Even to this date there are annual festivals and fairs in honor of the event. Evidence number 3. Biological, 2 Chennai-based botanists came out with a 3-year-long study that proved Ramayana as a historic event. The researchers, M. Amrithalingam and P. Sudhakar, working with CPR Environmental Education Center, discovered all 182 plant species mentioned in Ramayana along route traversed by Lord Rama across India and Sri Lanka. Had Ramayana been a work of fiction, there would have been no need to add so many details of description of the flora and fauna of places mentioned in it. Don't fiction writers want more freedom in their imaginative writings? Evidence number 4. Genealogical. Vedic literatures such as Bhagavatam, Vishnu Purana and Valmiki Ramayana trace the genealogy of Lord Rama to at least 20 preceding generations. The names and major life events of each of those glorious predecessors has been mentioned. If Ramayana is a work of fiction, why would the author consider adding such details in his work? Can we recall the names of great-grandparents of Harry Potter? Evidence number 5. Scriptural. Everything made up of matter is subject to destruction in the course of time. This is true for physical structures, landscapes, human artifacts and documents. Therefore such evidences are always difficult to gather for events such as Ramayana, that took place several millennia back in history. But Vedic texts, through unbroken chain of spiritual masters, have been kept unaffected from the attack of time force. Unlike popular belief, these texts are not work of fallible humans, but are derived from the infallible Supreme. Therefore, it is more sensible to refer to them for clarity on controversial issues. These texts have given details information about the avatar of descending of Vishnu or Krishna, at different times in history and future. Srimad Bhagavatam, which came in writing around 5,000 years ago, states the descent of Ram, along with descriptions of his supernatural activities. Nara Divat Vamapana, Sura Kuryasa Kurzaya, Samudra Nairadini, Kakre Viryani Adapuram. In 18th incarnation, the Lord appeared as King Rama. In order to perform some pleasing work for the demigods, he exhibited superhuman powers by controlling the Indian Ocean and then killing the atheist King Ravana, who was on the other side of the sea. Even though most educated Indians may find it difficult to accept the idea that Ramayana is historic. But there are several international experts who have strong reasons to believe Ramayana is a historic truth, after deep studies and research on the epic. Some of them are Ralph Griffith, who translated Valmiki Ramayana in 1895, and Gaspar Goresio, an Italian Indologist, best known for his translation of Ramayana. If we actually prefer to call ourselves rational, we may wish to consider these evidences and amend our view about the authenticity of Ramayana and Lord Rama. It is sure that there would be no loss in this, but the gain would be immense.